Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial using the Colourpop and Kathleenlights collaboration, the Zodiac palette, and I created kind of this blue halo eye using the palette and one of the Super Shock shadows that she came out with. So let's just hop right into it. I'm starting off with my Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm just applying this all over my lid and blending it out with a damp sponge just to get maximum coverage, and I am not setting this so I can get the most pigment out of my shadows. And here is the palette of the video. It is so beautiful. I am obsessed, and I'm just going in with the Aquarius, and I am patting this on my outer corners with a little shader brush just to kind of form that halo shape. I'm avoiding the center of my lid. I don't do the best job of it, but I'm avoiding the center of my lid, and I'm just kind of taking this up my crease. I'm really not trying to fluff this into my crease. Next, I'm taking the Libra, and on kind of a domed shadow brush that has a little bit of a point to it, I'm just blending this in my crease to kind of blend that blue out a little bit so we don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with the Virgo on just a teeny tiny pencil brush, and I'm really focusing this on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye just to add a little bit more depth to that blue. Then I am once again going to go in with the Aquarius on that same flat shader brush and just kind of re-intensify the blue, because with the blending and adding the Virgo on top, we kind of lost some of that intensity, and I really want the blue to be the star of this show. I really want it to pop and be super duper vibrant. Next, I'm just going in with that fluffy brush again with no additional product and just kind of fluffing that through my crease to blend out the lines once more. And then re-intensifying the blue just so we don't lose that vibrancy. I love this shade so much. It is probably my favorite shade in the entire palette. Next, I'm going in with the Supernova shadow in the shade Constellation, and on just a teeny tiny little precise brush from Real Techniques, I am starting to carve out my halo. So I'm starting at the very top of my crease, and then I'm going a little bit above, and then I drew a line down the center of my lid, and I'm just kind of feathering the product out from that, just creating that halo effect in the middle of my eye. I think this shade did such a nice job doing that. I thought it was so beautiful, and I love how it paired with the blue so much. Next, I'm going back in with the Aquarius, and just on a little e.l.f. detailed crease brush, I am tapping over the edges of that Supernova shadow just to help them blend a little bit, because I thought it was looking a little bit too harsh. Then I lost some of the intensity, so I'm just taking that little tiny brush once again and just patting it in very center, and then tapping that out with my finger to get kind of a nice gradient so there were no harsh lines again. Next, I'm going with my Essence Longwear Eyeliner, I believe it's called, and I just have the shade Black, and I drew a little wing. My wing was super messy because this one's running out, so it's really hard to get like a nice, like juicy, thick wing, or not thick, but like an intense wing, so it's a little bit messy, but don't worry about that because I'm going to go in with concealer and clean it up in a minute. And next, I'm taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I am just taking a little bit of this on a little teeny tiny brush and cleaning up that wing. And to do that, I'm just drawing a line of under that wing to kind of sharpen it, and then I'm tapping it out with my finger. I find that tapping it out with your finger just makes it look so much more natural. That's why I didn't really like this method in the first place, because I thought it looked so stark and unnatural, but by tapping I feel like it really softens it. Next, I'm going in with the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer, and I'm just dotting this all over my face, and then I am rubbing it in all over. I really love the combination of using this with a matte foundation. I feel like it just gives a beautiful like satin finish, which is really what I've been into these days. Next, I'm just going in with that No Filter Concealer again and dotting over some blemishes that I have that I feel like really stick out and are very prominent. I feel like when I do this before my foundation, I use less foundation, and my skin just looks much more even than if I were to go in with concealer after foundation. Next, I'm going with my L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation, and I am just going to dot this all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it in with my Real Techniques sponge. I have been obsessed with this foundation lately. I hadn't used it in probably 6 or 7 months, and now I just cannot get enough of it. The coverage is fantastic, and it lasts so long on the skin. Next, I'm going with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I'm just taking that middle cool tone shade, and I'm just taking my finger and I'm just swiping this under my cheekbones and kind of around my hairline just to give myself some definition. I should have added more oil to this product before I applied it because I did struggle a little bit blending in, as you guys can see. I actually went in with a touch of foundation off camera just to kind of help it blend more seamlessly into my skin. Next, I'm going with my Pixie Correcting Concentrate in the shade Brightening Peach, and I'm just patting that under my eyes just to help cancel out those dark circles that I have. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I am just placing this under my eyes, being very careful not to like stamp over that wing that we created. And then I'm just blending it in with my Real Techniques sponge. Next, I'm using my Essence All About Matte Powder, and I'm just going to set my entire face with this, but I always start with my under eyes because if I don't, they crease, and I don't really want to set in creases. And I just used the e.l.f. Tapered Highlighting Brush for this. Next, I went in with my Bahama Mama Bronzer. I really wanted something more cool tone to go with this look, and I thought that this paired really nicely with the blue eyes. It's kind of the only cool toned bronzer that I have, but I thought it looked so beautiful. So maybe I'm going to be more into cool tone bronzers, especially when I use this blue. I just think it paired so beautifully. And then I'm going with the Real Her Blush Kit, and I'm just taking this kind of like mauve taupe shade. I don't know, it looks kind of weird in the pan, but I just wanted something more cool toned and very muted. It's kind of like a nude blush. Then I'm just going in with my e.l.f. complexion brush and just blending out the bronzer and the blush just so we have no harsh edges. Then I'm going in with my Flower Beauty highlighting kit, and I'm just taking that lightest champagne shade and placing it on my cheekbones and the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. And then I'm just going over it with the sponge because I went a little bit too crazy, so I wanted to tone it down and kind of blend it out just a bit. Next, it's time for brows, so I'm just combing them out with a spoolie, and then I'm going to go in with my NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde, and I'm just taking a little angled brush, and I'm just kind of filling in my brows. I don't do any too crazy shaping, I just kind of define the arch of my brows a little bit more and fill them in a bit, but I don't do anything too crazy. Then I'm going to go in with the Aquarius once again on a little pencil brush, and I'm just going to smudge this on the very outer corner and the very inner corner of my lower lash line. We're just pretty much going to mimic what we did on top. And then I'm taking the Libra, and I'm taking that dome shadow brush once again and just blending my lower lash line. Then I'm taking the Supernova shadow once more, and I'm just patting that in the very center of my lower lash line with that tiny accent brush from Real Techniques. And then I'm going with my Flower Beauty highlighter once again as a brow bone highlight and as my inner corner highlight, just so the whole face is really cohesive. Then I'm going to load up on the mascara. This would be beautiful with falsies, but you guys know I'm not super into falsies, so I just loaded up on a couple coats of my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and I love how beautiful and dramatic this makes my lashes look. Then I'm going in with my Essence liner or lip liner in Big Proposal and my Colourpop gloss in Aquarius. Of course, I had to use another Kathleenlights collaboration. And I just kind of lined my lips and then filled in the very outer corners just to give this some definition, and then I'm just filling my lips in with that Aquarius gloss. That is the completed look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you like this look, what other looks you want to see. I'm planning to do a couple more tutorials using this palette Did you guys pick this palette up? Are you going to pick it up? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.